The D, man.
Yeah, shout out my nigga from D's Media, you feel me?
Yo, it's your boy D's Media back again with another video. Like, comment, subscribe to the channel on the road to 100K. Today we gonna talk about Lil Mikey just got into it with his shorty man from Gusto Gang, Lil G. Let's jump straight into it. I'm gonna be honest with you, Mikey. By you being older, man, you gotta take this on the chin, man. When you got a problem with these young dudes, man, you got to put yourself in these dudes' shoes, man. Majority of the time, these dudes is high, not thinking, not in their right mind. For two, a lot of these shorties going off pride and ego. You know what I'm saying? They don't really know how to balance their emotions. And three, really, they hot heads and just ready to crash out. So Mikey, by you being the older homie, man, you got to take all of that in consideration and say, you know what, man, I'm gonna be the bigger homie and I'm gonna try to holler at my mans. But anytime that y'all get to bringing stuff to social media, that's where both of y'all going wrong at. Because this what I don't like about this generation, right? This generation, the soon as a person fall out with each other, I'm talking about 10 plus year homies. I'm talking about homies that done hopped in them cars together, ran from police, slept on each other's floor at each other mama house. I'm talking about, only had enough money to get one meal and busted down the middle. Soon as dudes have a disagreement, they be ready to get outside. They get to call at each other, get to woofing and whoop, whoop, whoop all over a small disagreement. That's why I say who you surround yourself around is this type of situation you're going to be in. If you surrounded yourself with gang members and dudes that don't honor the code and ain't no loyalty and it's everybody for theyself and it's every man chasing their own dollar, all of that, the first time y'all fall out, those is the characteristics that they going to display. Because if you and your mans have a disagreement and y'all got each other numbered, that ain't nothing but a phone call or Uber ride away. You know what I'm saying? Because when you in them streets, your homies is the ones that you want to keep close by you. Your homies is the ones that you don't want to let go. Because if you in them streets and you got ops and you got all of this other stuff to worry about, the last thing you need to worry about is internal beef. So I feel like Mikey, as you being older, as doing 10, 11 years in prison and coming home and all of that and pretty much being the face of your block and, looking out for the the Gusto gang shorty, shout out to RP Lil Tay, I feel like he put him on too in a sense. But I feel like as you being older, bro, you got to be a little bit more mindful, man, what these shorties got going on. The same way you was a shorty and you tweak with all your older homies and you wouldn't listen and you was, ready to sling that iron and not ask no questions, you got to remember that that's how these young dudes is, man. So if you call yourself an older homie or a big homie or you got dudes up under your wing, you got to have some time and some patience with these young dudes, man, because I'm telling you, they'll tweak out on you. You know what I'm saying? They'll be off a yerk, they'll be off 2, 3 lines, bro, and then they'll really tweak with you. And you'll be like, hold on, bro, like, don't make me have to come. But I'm telling you, man, you have to have patience if you call yourself an OG or a big homie, man, in the trenches, man. But these dudes is going to get it together. And the reason I say that is because this, right? At the end of the day, these is just two dudes that's in their feelings, and instead of them calling each other, they just took it to the internet. So it might look like more than what it is, but I highly doubt, man, if these dudes gonna really do something to each other. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it's just a woofing contest right now, and I think later on down the life they gonna get it right. If Milo was here, I feel like this situation would have never happened. You know what I'm saying? Because if Milo was here, you know what I'm saying, Lil G brother, I definitely don't think that he would allow his homie to go at it with his brother. But at the end of the day, man, Lil Mikey, you just got to be the older one on this one, bro. You the big homie, man. You got to take this one on the chin. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all so much. Peace, positivity, network growth. Let's save these kids. It ain't never too late. We tore down these communities. Let's build them back up. I love y'all. Appreciate y'all so much. The D, man.
Yeah, shout out my nigga from D's Media, you feel me?